record on it. There we go.
Yay!
Boom. All right, now I'm going to share my screen. We are going to get this party friggin' started. Dun, dun. Okay. Just bear with me. I've got a bazillion screens up right now.
Oh, so do I. It's a little out of control.
My computer gets really mad. It's like, please stop. This is good. It gives everybody some time to jump on, like while we're doing whatever. Yeah. So, whoa, computer, calm down. Present. I'm scared to press present because it's gonna like freak out. Never will share it. Maybe. Okay. Can you guys see that? Everyone?
We can see it.
Yay. Okay. So this is our February/March group. It's a little confusing because our groups always start prep week, the third Monday of the month. And then we start officially where we keep track of points and we are checking in every single day on the fourth Monday of every single month. So this month, our themes aren't going to change very much. We always focus on mindset, fitness, nutrition, water, and then results. And so we're going to go through all of these things with you guys today. Here's some of the themes for the next couple weeks. Move your body, move more Monday, track your treats Tuesday. I'm not going to read through all these because you guys will just, once you get in the group, you'll get a chance to see what it's all about. So again, what we focus on, mindset, fitness, nutrition, super important. I have shared in the group several times this week already just about this acronym that I use for my morning routine called SAVERS. It stands for silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, and then scribing. So hopefully you guys are in the group. You can watch some of those videos I've made for you. But the idea with a morning routine is just to like, you want to be like priming your brain for success. Like you don't want to be like rolling out of bed when your kids like are like banging on your shoulder and you're just like, oh my God, like it's a great idea to give yourself an extra 10 or 15 minutes to like get ready for the day. Like your whole day will go better. So do you guys have any morning routine tips that you guys have done?
There's like just some of the standards, like set your alarm clock across the room, have your clothes laid out the night before. Like I always have my clothes laid out the night before, kind of so that I'm like not scrummaging through like I can't find anything, I'm just gonna go back to bed. Drink a glass of water or brush your teeth like right when you wake up. Those are some of my top go-tos.
Heck yes, I do that too. I like make my bed, I chug 20 ounces of water, and then I lay back down and do my meditation.
You're
on top of my made up bed.
I wouldn't wake up. If I laid back down, I would not wake back up. So I
have
to like
same. I cannot lay back down. I go to my couch and do my SAVERS.
Yeah, like I have to get up out of bed and like out of my bedroom, or I'm gonna be like back in bed and it's gonna be a bad news. So mine is a little bit out of order, but I basically do the same thing.
Yeah, that's a cool thing about like the morning routine. You really you could do any of the things in whatever order you want. I usually do my exercise at the very end, so it's not right after the visualization. I'll usually then read and then journal like my wins from the day before, and I exercise last. But I think the whole point is that you're just doing all of these things at some point throughout the day, really. But obviously, depending on how much time you have, there's some mornings where I have a lot of time because Scott's like, I'm good, I've got the kids. And then there's some mornings where I'm like, I have 10 minutes, so I know I'm only going to get a couple of these things done. And so just figure out what works for you. So that's the mindset piece. Oh, wait, we didn't talk about the reading part, the personal development. I think that is something
so important.
We can all like recommend what books we're reading, but for this group, we're bringing back the podcast. So every morning, we are going to post a link to a podcast, and then some questions about the podcast. So hopefully that'll really help some of you guys who are maybe too busy to like be reading a full-on book right now. We just want you guys to start to feed your mind stuff that's like good and positive, and you can roll your eyes all the way through it. That's totally fine. But like sometime in the future, when you start to like literally listen to this stuff all the time, you're going to start to feel different, and it will change your whole life. And for a lot of you who've been maybe plateauing, even like you're like, I don't know what's going on. I've got my nutrition dialed in. I'm working out every single day. But then we talk about your mindset and you're super stressed and you're not getting enough sleep. Like this will change the game for you. So we want you to get the best results and feel your best. So let's go around and share our like, what are we reading right now? What are our favorites for like new people and stuff like that? So Olivia, what are you reading? What is your favorite personal development right now?
My favorite personal development like ever is anything Mel Robbins, because
I love
she
Mel
like
Robbins.
is a
She's
good
good.
swift kick in the ass, and sometimes I really need that. So those are my favorite, but also if you look on the screen, there's the pink one that says Fear is My Homeboy, and that one's really good too. She talks about how we have to like, fear is always going to be there, but we like have to learn how to live with it. And sometimes you just have to like push it out of the way and do the things that you need, you need to do. But those are probably my three favorite would be Mel Robbins, the 5-second rule, the high five habit, and Fear is My Homeboy.
Nice. What are you reading right now though?
I just finished the high five habit, so
Okay.
I haven't picked my next book for this group yet.
I'm in between books too. I'm like stressing. Okay, Chelsea, you guys, I don't even think we introduced Chelsea, by the way. Like, we're so real. Hi, you guys, this is Chelsea. Chelsea has been like, she's in our bigger like team organization, but we were like, come to this group with us. Like, we need some fresh faces. We'd love to have some of your customers join us too, just to like mix it up. And Chelsea's great. So she's been coaching for I think a little bit longer than I have. So she's got an amazing community that she's already built. And so we're excited to be like blending it a little bit here. So Chelsea, you can introduce yourself a little too, but also I need to know, what are you reading? What do you recommend your people read?
Thank you. My computer's about to die, so I just didn't realize it was plugged in. So hold please while I plug this in. I have, like Elise said, I've been doing I've been doing Beachbody for about 4 years now, probably closer to 5 now. I feel like COVID made the years just all blend together. Anyway, I've been coaching for a little over 2 years now. And I've just, guys, these workouts, these nutrition programs have completely changed my life. I have lost 75 pounds using these fitness and nutrition programs, and it has just, like I said, completely changed my life. But the books that I'm reading right now, like, mindset is huge. I don't know where everybody lives, but like, I know Olivia can, and probably Alicia can speak to this. Like, Ohio right now, where I live, is just always gray, always cold, always like, it's terrible. So like, it's easy to get in this like mindset funk. Personal development has completely changed my life and pulled me out of just that seasonal depression. I feel like is thrown around so much, and I don't think I have that, but like that kind of like state of like just gray, blah, nothingness, where you can't go outside. It's totally helped me pull out of that. My book that I'm reading right now is Miracle Morning, which is like the whole savers thing, but You're a Badass is a really good one, by Jen Ferrio, I think. I don't know how you say it. Sincero. Yes, Sincero. That's a really good one. Fear is My Homeboy is a really good one too. I love that one. Compound Effect is amazing. What are some other ones? Oh, There's No Plan B to Your A Game is another really, really good one.
Oh yeah, so, Bo Easton's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
What are you reading right now?
I just got finished reading We Should All Be Millionaires, which I will not stop talking about that book. Even if you're not a coach on our team, like if you're just, someone that goes to a 9-to-5 job, like this book will literally give you actionable steps to start making more money in like smart ways, but just a different way of thinking about wealth in general. And that it's like, it's not a bad thing. Like it's okay to like want to be wealthy, because people, like, wealth isn't bad. Like, bad people who get wealthy are bad, but good people who get wealthy can change the world. And so imagine if like a bunch of people that have good hearts got really, really wealthy, like what we could do and how we could change the whole world. Like, especially women, like specifically she speaks to women being millionaires, and how different the world could look if more women were millionaires. And I think just shows statistics and stuff about how women, like, statistically just are more generous, and they give more, and they have more donations to charities just in general than compared to like men. Not that men are bad, just women tend to take care of humanity, and imagine if we all were very, very wealthy. So that book was really, really good. Changed like my thinking about money a little bit. Untamed is probably one of the first books I read by Glennon Doyle when I first Untamed, and then a bunch of those Girls Stop Apologizing, Rachel Hollis books. Those just were really good to get me interested in like thinking differently, and they didn't feel very like, it wasn't like a lot of, it was more like a story, but not a lot of like, okay, do this, this, and this. Like I wasn't ready for that at first. It was just like,
that's how I feel. You Are a Badass is kind of like that too. Like it kind of like introduces you into it really well.
Yeah, like getting you interested in why it might be possible to start to think differently and how. Yeah, and You Are a Badass. Like I didn't love that one. That wasn't one of, like, I don't know why. Maybe I should reread it because I know so many people do like it. I think I was expecting it to be like more hardcore just because of the nature of the title, and it was just a little soft for me, but it's good. The Energy Bus is really good too. So we've got lots of suggestions. So the other one is fitness. Who wants to talk about fitness?
I can talk about it.
Okay, go Chelsea.
If you have not already downloaded the Beachbody On Demand app, you need to do it now. And just kind of, guys, explore, scroll through, hit through the different tabs. Some of them, do we have a program that we're doing specific for this group? No. Okay. I didn't think so. I just want to make sure. Some good ones, if you just need like Transform 20, if you're just on your journey, yes, it's hard, but it's also, again, like it's a mental thing. Like Shanti gets in your head and like breaks down barriers. It does use a step, but it doesn't like the modifier doesn't have a step. So you don't need a step. That's a really good one. I am to MBF and MBFA because I was in the test group for that. So it's always a passion of mine. But guys, go through this weekend, try a couple of the sample workouts of some of the different programs if you don't have a program you're doing right now, and kind of you can even just watch them and see how the trainer talks and what you like. 21 Day Fix is another good one. I like those shorter programs because they're like quick wins. You get 20 MBF and MBFA are also 21 days, and so you can get through it and like see the results, and it's not a 6-week program where you're kind of dragging out a little bit. Not that the patient programs drag out, you know what I mean? Whatever. It's a quick win. That's all that matters. But you can go through the nutrition center too. I'm sure we're going to talk about that on the next slide, but there's so much goodness. Guys, check out Bodi. Bodi is life-changing. If you only have like 10 or 15 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever, but your program is longer than that, this is an amazing app that you can now get. I do a live class probably once a week, and I know Alicia does too. I don't know, Olivia, I'm sure you do too.
Yeah, I love the Bodi.
The cycling classes are, I just can't say enough good things about them. I was never one to really like cycling and bike riding. Holy crap, you get an amazing workout in just like 20 or 30 minutes. They're phenomenal. But in Bodi, you also get extra access to Alana and Autumn, who do Portion Fix and To Be Mindset, and they have like office hours, like open call times, or you can check in with them. But that's all through Bodi. So check out that Bodi class. You can also, if you don't have time to catch the class live, you can catch the recording of all of the classes. So if you have like a favorite trainer, but maybe their live class doesn't work with you, you can catch the recording.
Yes.
Anything else, Ed?
So yeah, I love that you talked about bod and body, and like there's like the difference is mainly that bod is like on-demand program. So it's like pre-recorded Netflix type stuff, like a streaming library. Body is like bod interactive, where there's live, like in real time live, like you can work out with groups. Like we could all decide to do a class tomorrow together and be all on a screen and I could see you working out. Like that is like a game changer in the fitness community in the world. And so we're really excited to be doing that. What I would encourage, like Chelsea was just saying, like having those small wins with a program that you start from like 1 to 3 weeks and just doing it from start to finish. That's where BOD is like really, really cool. So what we've done is we put some hybrid calendars where if you're like, I only want to do body, I just want to try a bunch of different live classes. sometimes it can feel like a little scattered and you're just like, what class do I do? Da, 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 da. So we created some like hybrid, this is all just body classes that you could do, but that at least you still have that calendar to check off. And so Olivia, I know that that's like something that stresses you out, not stresses you out about Bodi, but like what you were concerned about when Bodi first launched, that you're like, this is just like, I like following a program. So I think want to talk about that and how with the calendars can kind of help with that.
Yeah, the calendars really do help because I am I want to wake up. I know what workout I'm doing. I can't spend time scrolling. Otherwise I get lost and I'm totally scatterbrained. And then I also feel, and this may be just as me, but I feel like I'm like, I don't know, like what programs I should, or what workouts I should do together to get the results. Like, I don't like to just kind of like, oh, I'm going to do cardio today. I'm going to like, I don't know. That stresses me out a little bit. Like, I don't like it. I like to know. So these calendars are super helpful with, like once a week I can sit down and I'm like, okay, they recommend to do these, and these. So I can write down on my paper and then I post it on my wall or like where I'm working out or my mirror, and I can check off like, yep, I did this lifting workout with this trainer today. Yep, I did this live workout with this trainer today. And that helps me stay on track too, because I get lost if I don't have a specific schedule. So that's where Bod is like my go-to, but I do like Bodi. And I now am doing the prep is the program I'm doing right now, but I'm doing Pilates and flexibility on Bodi 3 days a week too. Because those programs are so good and they're not on Bod.
I love that flexibility program.
It's so good.
The Vita, what's his name?
Vita.
Yes.
He is scary, you guys, but like it's so weird. I love having like a yoga guy that's kind of like badass. So
it's so good. And I don't know, I recently hurt my back, so I've been like super
he's amazing for that. I threw my back out, like immediately pulled up one of his workouts, and it like instantly, it didn't fix it, but it like made it so that I could walk. It helped so much.
Okay, enough about fitness because we're getting distracted.
Yes, we're so distracted. Okay, I'm gonna just really quick talk about nutrition. Hopefully you guys are in that group. We did some talking about like take a quiz, figure out which plan you should follow. So we have two nutrition plans, Ultimate Portion Fix or 2B Mindset. Portion Fix is a little bit more structured. 2B Mindset is more behavior based. It just, you decide what you want to do. Hopefully you guys have already picked a program that you're going to be following and started to look into some of the information about it. That's where like we can help you. We can help guide you to where this information is, but I can't do the learning for you. Like I have all the resources. I can tell you to go watch this video, go do this, but you're going to really have to start to just do it and to take action. Just like with your workouts, you have to go press play. With the nutrition, you're going to feel like this is a lot more work or this is overwhelming. And like, we don't want you to feel overwhelmed, but you just have to know it does get easier in time. So
once you put it into practice, it'll become like mindless. It'll become secondhand, but you just have to get
you
to
have
do it.
Watch the intro videos, you learn about the program, and then you start implementing the things that they tell you, but you have to do it.
Yeah. I think too, like this is maybe terrible advice. I was just talking to one of my customers who's like a brand new mama. She's got like an almost 3-month-old, and she was like, I can't, like, I don't know how, like, she was very overwhelmed. And I said, let's just think, we can do one thing at a time. If you're brand new, it took me 6 months before I even looked into nutrition. I was like, I just need to like drink water and like press play. Like, that's what I can do right now. Maybe you're like, I want to start with nutrition. Like, we just want you to like know that this is what the scope of like what we can work with you is. But if it's all too overwhelming to do it all at once, we want you to just have some small wins right away. So like just press play, just follow a nutrition or fitness program, whatever. So
or just do the nutrition. Like that's okay too. Just figure out the nutrition, tackle that, and then maybe in 2 or 3 weeks, then pick a program. Or maybe then one day you have some extra time and you can log on to Bodi and do one of the live classes or whatever it may be. But, tackle what you can.
Exactly. Right. So something that does help our family a little bit is creating a meal plan. If you can do this a week in advance, that's great. Like what helps me the most is like knowing like today what I'm having for dinner tomorrow. What am I going to do for dinner tomorrow? Because that will help me figure out what then I'm going to have for lunch and breakfast. So you kind of like work backwards like that. And so if I can know what I'm going to do for dinner tomorrow, then maybe I can move on to Monday. What do we want to do Monday for dinner? And just kind of start to create your week like that. And our app has a place under, you can see it says like under on the bottom right, it says tracking. And this is where you can track all of your containers, all of your workouts, your Shakeology. You can track your results in there, like your measurements, your weight, your water even. So we have this app that you can literally do everything inside of, which is really, really, really cool. Shakeology, drink it daily. I'm not going to go into a whole spiel on Shakeology. We could probably have a whole call.
It would take way too long. Guys, drink it. It's life-changing. Just
drink it. Just do it. If you don't like it, find a new recipe. There's tons of recipes out there. I can even post a PDF like about like 3 different recipes or whatever for each flavor. I can post it in the group. It's guys, you will.
We actually have in the file section, it says nutrition 101, and it will send you to, you can go to the bottom of that PDF. It'll say what flavor you have. You can click on it. It'll send you to a site with all, so it's like the same thing. But I think just drinking it every day, like that's what I always encourage everyone to do, is just try it every day for 30 days, see what happens. Even if you just do it.
And don't think you have to drink it. You can make it into like a pudding, like just add less water or almond milk or whatever base you use and make it into a pudding and put granola and fruit on it. Like you don't have to drink it. I had it because I'm totally different thing. I'm off my reset and we're celebrating my birthday this weekend, but everybody was having cake and I was like, I'm gonna have some Shakeology ice cream, and that was my dessert for like to celebrate. So like don't think that it's just to drink. Like you can make it in so many different ways. So think outside of the box.
Are you serious? So I'm sorry. Again, Olivia's gonna be annoyed because we're getting on a tangent. Are you really not having cake on your birthday? You're just having, oh my, why? Anyway.
Because I'm dude, I would be running to the bathroom. I cannot have that kind of sugar right after the reset. You know how that is.
That is true.
I haven't had like anything like that for 3 weeks.
True. Like my body would be like, I remember you. Welcome home. And then I'd be just off to the races again, like all the work.
Right? Exactly. Like I just busted my butt for 3 weeks. It's not worth it. I might have a bite. I'm not gonna say that I won't, but like the cake that we had last night was also my sister-in-law's birthday. I was like, that cake I could stay out of.
I think that there are some ways, and maybe I'll post this. I think I might have posted it in our group last February about just like some sweet treats. There are ways, you guys, that you can have treats. Like the focus on both of these nutrition programs that we really just want to like drive home is that like we're not cutting out things we love. We're cutting out like refined sugars and like processed foods. We can still have, there's lots of things you can have that have natural sugar in it. Like, so we're just replacing some of those. Like
you can still have popcorn at the movie theater and still follow portion fix. You get like 3 cups of popcorn. Like that's plenty of like things like that. Like you can still enjoy your treats. You can have a cocktail. Like you don't have to eliminate alcohol if you don't want to. Like you're allowed to still do that. Guys, go ahead, Olivia.
I was like, the way I look at it is you just do the good stuff first. So like I follow more of like the to be mindset versus the portion fix, but her thing is veggies first always. So I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. I'm like, okay, here's like this really big salad. And then after I eat my salad, if I'm still hungry, like, sure, I'll eat like maybe a couple cookies, but I know that I got my greens in, or like eat my salad and like a really good protein and maybe some carbs and like, or instead of like potatoes or something for carbs, I do like, maybe I add a cookie or maybe I eat an ice cream, or like you can have treats, but it's more of just like the good things first. And then if you're still hungry, like maybe you have a snack, but it's like, my problem was I would like eat the whole box of cookies instead of just like 2. So I'm like, I feel like it's a win if I just eat 2 cookies and like, then I have them for a long time, but it's only 2 at a time instead of like all of them at once. Does that make sense? So I eat veggies and then I have a cookie and I'm like, whatever, it's fine. Not all the time. I'm not saying I do that all the time, but that's like my mindset. Like as long as I get the good things in first, 1, I'm not as hungry, so I'm not going to eat as many treats in general. But 2, only 1 or 2 cookies instead of the box. Like I think that's a win.
I don't know if you talk about the performance line in here, but guys, Recover is like it helps my sweet tooth too. I make it into like a brownie batter and I add like 2 or 3 tablespoons of water to like a full scoop of Recover, and then I add some like, I'm really having a sweet tooth, I add some like maybe a tablespoon of chocolate chips into it, and it really curbs that like craving and sweet tooth thing. And you're like Libby said, you're still getting good at, like, you're getting your protein in, you're getting your recover in, but it kind of takes the edge off that and like satisfies that little sweet tooth. There's so many things that you can do, guys. There's like, I've made like a Snickers or like a Reese cup Shakeology that was like peanut butter and
That sounds good.
chocolate, and I've heard you, and honey. It's
Good.
delicious. Yeah, you can do so many things.
Speaking of all of these things, talking about cravings and stuff, I think that kind of goes into like the water discussion. I think and mindset, she talks about that too, like veggies most, water first type of thing. And that's like, since I did Ultimate Reset, like that's always drilled into me. I will like chug a bunch of water before, half an hour before I eat anything. And that really does help. Like a lot of times we're not hungry, we're just snacking because we're thirsty, or and water, having enough water inside of us helps our digestion. It really is going to improve all of the things like energy. Like sometimes you're tired and you need water, but instead we chug a bunch of coffee when really like some good quality water would like do the trick. So
yeah, totally. She says,
guys, go find your favorite cup. Go find a favorite cup. Get a straw because you drink faster through a straw. Go to TJ Maxx or Target or Marshalls or whatever. Find a cup that you like and carry it with you everywhere you go. Or we all have that Shakeology cup. That's what I drink my water out of every day. What?
Yeah, a whole drawer of these things.
I know, right? Me too. So take that, throw a fun straw in it, and drink it, or don't drink it with a straw if you don't drink out of a straw, whatever. But it's so important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So and are we done soon? What's up?
Results. This works, guys. These are just some of the people that are in our group and some of the coaches. There's Alicia and Chelsea and me and Lynn's and I can't see who. Nicolette. Okay.
Yes.
Like I can't see who that one is, but
we just wanted you guys to know, like, you're not alone in this. Like anything that you're struggling with this month, like we've all been there. We are struggling with it too. We're still like on this journey. Like we don't have it perfected. We're not nutrition experts. We're not fitness experts. We're literally just people doing this with you. And like, you're holding us just as accountable as like, we're trying to hold you. So, yep. That's pretty much it, I think. Habit trackers. Okay. These are in the file section. I just wanted to throw them out there because I did add some new ones in there this month. These progress trackers, they're like for your weekly goals. And this is like here's how you find all these things, file section. I just wanted to remind you guys.
Use the file section. Use the file section. There's so much more stuff in there. And we take time. Alicia takes a lot of time to put things in there for you guys to use, recipes, and like she said, the Shakeology stuff and these habit trackers and all the stuff. So please, please, please check it out and please use them because they're so important.
Is that where you put your meal plans too? The weekly meal plans?
Yeah, it's all in there.
So if you guys are struggling with meal plans, like that was a huge struggle for me. These weekly meal plans, you don't have to follow them. They're just suggestions, but it's like, listen, I don't want to make the same thing for dinner again. Like I make this every single week. Check out that. Like you're going to I find some bomb recipes that like my entire family loves just from these weekly meal plans. They're amazing. So make sure to check it out.
Yes, exactly. Okay, prizes. All right. So first of all, I have to apologize. I have this list from last month. Katie, Crystal, Lydia, you all won, and I just still haven't sent your stuff. So I'm going to do that this weekend. It's on my list of things to do. You do win prizes in this group, and it just is a matter of time when your crazy coach with ADHD remembers to send them. So it's kind of like it'll be a random surprise, like months later, you get this prize. But no, I'm going to do better. I promise you are getting prizes. And I'm really proud of all three of you girls and everyone from last month too that participated. And we hope that we have the same, if not more engagement this month, because it's just more fun when people are checking in and we are all like supporting each other and cheering each other on. So this month, again, the grand prize winner is going to be whoever wins the most points. we're going to do a really similar prize structure for this month too. So we do have to do a prize drawing anyway. How to earn points. Olivia, will you talk about how we earn points in this group?
Yeah, so earning points, it's super simple and it's literally showing up for yourself. So I've had people when I talk about like, oh, we do prizes, they're like, well, I struggle losing weight, so I'm not going to win. It has nothing to do with that. It's literally you showing up for yourself. So you can get points for tagging us in your stories on Instagram and Facebook. And it's anything about your journey. This cool book that you found, maybe you found a cool recipe, just a sweaty selfie from your workout, just you checking into the group, you screenshot it, like tag us. It can be anything that you're doing on this journey. You tag us, you get a point. You get a point for the morning check-in. So there's always a morning post that's usually tips and tricks, ask you questions. There'll be a podcast with it. Check in with those because they're super important. Those are more like mindset driven, like goals and things like that. So check in with those, you get a point. Your PM check-in on just grading yourself on how your day was, checking in with yourself. Where can I improve? Where did I struggle today? How can I do better? So checking in the evening, you can get a point for that. Logging your Shakeology in the group, that'll show up in the group. We can track that, so you'll get a point for that. And logging a workout. So if you don't know how to do any of that stuff, please reach out because it's super simple and we can show you. But in the tracking section on the app, if you log anything, send it to the group, we can see it, you'll get a point for that. What else are we doing? Every 10 points gets you an extra entry into the drawing at the end of the group. And then every package purchased is one entry into the cash drawing, and friend referrals get you an entry, and that's unlimited. So bring all your friends, you get more points, more entries to win. It's going to be awesome.
Yes. We just wanted to do the 10 points for like gets you an entry into the drawing, because not like everyone is going to be like the number 1 and 2 people that win a prize, but we wanted somebody, like we wanted you guys to not feel like all those points were lost, that you still have an opportunity to win something. That's just because Olivia and I, and maybe Chelsea's this way too, probably because we're all like friends, like we just are all about the free stuff. Like I will do whatever for a free t-shirt, you know what I mean? So like if you are that way too, like we just want to encourage you to get the points, rack them up. Yes, this is just that. Homework. Okay. So this is what you guys are going to have to do before Monday. We want you guys to fill out this habit tracker. It's the same one that we've been using, but you can change it up. Fill this out. Watch this video if you missed it. Watch the video on habits if you missed that. Make sure you do your before weight and measurements and your before photos, which can be kind of dramatic.
So important.
Hard, but it's really
hard, but it's important.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard, but it's important. Just do it.
Yeah.
You don't have to even like close your eyes or something, but just do it. Like, because there's so many times in programs I've only lost like 3 pounds, and like you beat yourself up like, oh, I did all that work and I didn't do any, like I didn't get the results I wanted. But then you see your side by side before and after pictures and you're like, whoa, like I totally changed everything. So
it's so much more than the scale, guys.
Yeah. Screw the scale. I'm over it.
It's 100 times. It's so much more than the scale. Like I can't even tell you. I have barely seen the scale move in the last like 6 months or so, but like my body's still changing. So like, and I feel better. I feel more energized and I feel more positive. My skin is like not breaking out as much. Like there's just so many things besides the scale that matter here. But the scale is one form of measurement. So definitely still do the like the weight.
Oh, for sure. Guys, inches, like you lose inches. Muscle weighs more than fat, so the scale might not move because you're built big muscle. Like that's okay to happen, but your clothes are going to fit better. You know, your waistline might, like your waistline of your pants might start to get a little looser, or the shirt might be a little baggier or something like that. And those are going to be the small wins that you guys need to focus on, not necessarily the scale. If the scale is moving, that's great. Obviously, that's fabulous, but don't get discouraged if it's not.
Yes, exactly. So I think that's it. We are like, that's a wrap on all of the things. So if you guys have any questions about any of this, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Please try to message us before we start on Monday. Like we want to make sure you're ready to go. So you should know what fitness program you're going to be doing, your nutrition plan, what personal development book you're going to try to start reading.
Write them down, guys, and send us a picture. Post it in this group. Write it down, post it in this group, and share with everybody what you're doing.
Yep, exactly. All right, so we'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow morning. I'm gonna post just like a, hey, this is what's happening. You know, like again, here's the rules and expectations. Make sure you comment under that after you've watched this video. And yeah, we're excited. I'm so excited for this group. I'm excited, Chelsea, you guys are joining us, and it'll be fun.
Yes, super excited.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm
I think
gonna
that's a wrap.
okay.
That's a wrap.
Bye guys.
Bye, guys. See ya.